Welcome back, my dear friends, welcome back to something very amazing, Europa Barbarorum 2, and the best, I would say, mod for Medieval 2 at this very moment, and I would say also the best mod for Rome 1. So first and foremost, a disclaimer, or whatever you say it. I'm gonna play this very slow. This entire let's play is gonna be very boring to most people. It's gonna be very slow. I'm gonna talk a lot, and I'm gonna read a lot. So there is that. After all, it is a mod. I wanna honor the modders for doing such an amazing job with it, so one has to. Otherwise, you can look at other videos. Anywho, my let's plays don't get like a huge chunk of views. Anywho. So it doesn't really concern me, but anyway, being that this is the part 1, I'm not gonna repeat myself overly too much about this being a very boring let's play. So, Europa Barbarorum 2, a beautiful mod that is a must for anyone who is a fan of Medieval 2 and of course of the ancient times of beautiful peoples. So, a huge chunk of factions, of course. Nations, faction, Germans, not really. Yes, indeed. But we will be playing with this one. Now, why? Because they're right here, positioned in the Rube of Khali, the great desert with no name. And, of course, where the Nameless city exists. Also, one of my favorite places on the planet. And I hate deserts, by the way. And of course, and additionally, I love the game called Clive Barker's Jericho. And that is one of also my favorite games of all time. So again, wanna get the one faction nation as close to it as possible. And that is gonna be a Sabu Wagaum. Or I'm gonna just murder the pronunciation of it, but hell's bell, someone has to. After all, Europa Barbarorum is very historically accurate, even though it's a sandbox game. And I'm calling it a game mostly than a mod, because after all, this is a game. It became basically a completely new game, which is an amazing feat. It just feels fresh, new, completely different, with a huge chunk of models, sound effects, beautiful music, and amazing music. So also my history is with Europa Barbarorum, that I did Europa Barbarorum 1 for Rome 1 a long time ago. I failed completely in doing it because I just did it for the sake of it back then. There's still videos of it, I think. And this time I'm just gonna take it slow, take it easily. I'm gonna just play for as long as I am interested in it and take my time, because the game is very, very slow. The battles alone last a long time. One siege may actually be 2 turns, like attacking again, so to speak. So there is that. Unless you, of course, just wait for them to die out of food and all that. Without the food, that is, specifically, just siege it for a few turns instead of attacking it immediately after you build some battering rams or something like that. So anyway, we're gonna be playing on the very hard difficulty. I don't know which one is the exact difficulty measurement for Europa Barbarorum 2. Like, these mods tend to change quite a bit. There is an instruction manual on specifically on all the factions you can play, on many different things you can encounter to the game. You get it as you install the mod. But I'm gonna stick with very hard. After all, if this lasts a long time, it's gonna last a long time. If it fails completely, it's gonna fail completely, and it's fun either way. There will be a battle time limit. We will not manage all the cities. I want to have governors in all the cities. I want a battle time limit to be there. So if I do not succeed in capturing the city, my fault. But it's fun and I like it that way. So we will be playing a short campaign, 20 region and eliminate faction Ptolemy. That is, of course, the Egypt. But the thing is, we could go for 40 regions, but that's a lot of things to actually eliminate. Seleucids, Egyptian bastards, And these Nabatu bastards are very close to me, if I'm not mistaken. But that's 40 regions. So let's go with 20 regions and see how this actually lasts. How this actually goes. I mean, I might actually at the very start. Who knows? I did try, mind you, to play the very first part a little bit. And the first siege of the city, the rebel city, like I didn't actually succeed in killing anybody in the side of it. I didn't capture the damnable city, and we had to fall back, and that's where actually I stopped. So anywho, with each faction nation, we have the challenge, the difficulty, and telling exactly how much it's going to be challenging, if it's going to be easy, very impossible, and all that. So it's going to be challenging. Experienced medieval 2 Total War players will find this campaign a good introduction to Europa Barbarorum. The Sabine have a good starting position, but become much more difficult as the campaign proceeds. Roster. Limited roster of Southern Arabian, Ethiopian soldiers, most reliant on bow and spear. And you will see that in the first battle, when we actually reach the point of the first battle. This is going to be a very long first video, by the way. But the second and the third and all that are going to be, I hope at least it's going to be 30 minutes at least, maybe less. I hope for the last, but hell's bells. So introduction. The waters of Almaga give us life. They come each year in great storms and turn our land into a vast garden. Fertile floodplains stretch out before our great city like an intricately woven green carpet, and our might stretches out across the wadi because of Almah's blessings upon us. For centuries, our ancestors have spread our tongue, our knowledge, our gods across the high plateaus of South Arabia, with control of the trade routes of the caravans. But gods took away our power, and our sovereigns have been weak. Now our Malek, our king, a descendant of our greatest Malek, Karib Il Watar, will lead us, or that's a 2, or 2 or L, I'm gonna just go with one of those, will lead us out to Mariub, and we will reclaim again those cities that once were ours. Our caravans will spread across all of Arabia, and we will bring the worship of our gods to peoples who have only heard our name in whispers. So we're gonna go to 20 regions max to capture, limit 1 faction, and that's gonna be it. So let's begin this beautiful thing and see you very soon. And here we are. Historical alliances. Historically, Southern Arabia was never unified under a single tribe in our time period. This was largely because of a network of alliances or mutual assistance between various tribes, whereby they would come to the defense of another tribe if they were attacked. Strategy. Be careful who you attack. It may provoke a response from one of the other settlements. Ensure you keep forces able to defend Mario close to the hand when expanding. Let's close this. Select a potential successor. By following the instructions below, you may select a character who will have an excellent chance to become the next faction heir when the current heir or leader dies. So after accepting the family tree window will appear, and you select certain things. Let's do that. Should you decide not to choose any eligible family member, or there is none available, then simply close the family tree window. Now that means that specific things will happen. So as we at the moment have leader, that is Malkun Samhulalai Malkasaba, we have already an heir which his brother it would seem to be. We have not one of our son, we have that is the age of 50, not even close to get the rulership if our leader dies. But it does not matter, this is it, we just close it and that's it. So, Mariab is in front of us and some of our forces also. First and foremost, the map is actually quite massive. This is as much as zoomed out level it is, but this is a massive map. Many territories to capture, and our only objective is to kill the Ptolemaic faction right here. So this is our main faction to destroy and have 20 regions. But first and foremost, the basics of things. Our people in flight, the new guys. Their towns and villages seized, their fields no longer their own. These people have taken up their food and arms and set forth into the unknown, seeking a new homeland. We ought to pray to the gods that they do not covet our own. Alliance is announced. Ptolemy and the Hellenon. So that is the Spartans, if I'm not mistaken, and the Ptolemy faction forge an alliance. And of course, we have a trait increase on our main leader. This man is now a member of House Salhin and King of Saba, which is expected of him. +1 influence, +1 command, +1 personal security. How beautiful of him. How truly beautiful of him. Is he? No, Malkun Samuel al-Saba. Yes, bet, no. Confident leader. Getting older. A veteran. He is, I think, our main guy. Is he? Yes, he is. He's supposed to be the guy, right? He is our main leader. Factionaire. Yeah. Sabai leader. Sabai. I don't know Sabai. Why? Sabai leader. There you go. Malkun. We can see exactly what he has. The authority. He has some influence. He also has some retinue. A pet lion. This bastard has a freaking pet lion. My god, many happy hour can be spent teaching a lion to enjoy the pleasures of a human flesh. Personal security, +1 command fighting against Althoroi. Well, there you go. Bodyguard. Personal security never has too high a price. There you go, +2 personal security, +2 to valor of your general's bodyguards. He is a confident leader getting older, a veteran, Amar. This man is a member of the House of Salhin and King of Sabaean tribe, the leading tribe of Sabaean Federation. While he may not be the only king, everyone knows it is his will that is followed. Many traits there are in this beautiful game, with a huge descriptions as to what they actually do. Sharp, uncharismatic, and actually tell you exactly what they do. This man's intelligence is offset by poor social skills and vitality. This type of man may be bookish or reserved, and might be the best suited for tasks that do not require teamwork or great athleticism. He could still make a great general, though tactical genius or careful planning. He could become an able administrator, double-checking his budget and figures to eliminate waste and corruption, or he could be undercut by treacherous underling or slain in battle. Intelligent, how well the character processes and retains information. This man's high intelligence means it will be easier for him to advance intelligence-based skills such as management, mathematics, and tactics. There's so many little things now. Charisma, how well the character gets along with people or gets them to do what he says. He has a low charisma. Means it will be difficult for him to advance in charisma-based skills such as influence, leadership, or inspiring speeches. Okay. And vitality. This man low vitality means it will be difficult for him to advance vitality-based skills such as brave or bloodthirsty, or gain additional hit points through hale and hearty. Selfish and optimistic. This man is sure that the things will turn out right, and the luck is on his side. He does what he wants, believing he is on the right side of things, and the winning side as well. He may not be actively seeking to hurt others by his actions, but his carefree nature tends to result in him disregarding the feelings of others or his prior engagements. However, there is a dark category that he may belong to, those who derive pleasure from mistreatment of others and are confined that they can't be stopped. Which one is this man? So these are the game effects. This man's selfishness means it will be more likely for him to fall into vices and immorality, such as lying, cheating, stealing, or worse. His optimism means he is not likely to be deterred when things don't go his way. His self-confidence and lack of regard for others can even result in disaster for those under his command. So he's a selfish and optimistic. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna... After all, I have to see exactly what things the beautiful mod does. After all, I mean, there are so many little nuances that you should actually look at and, of course, read through everything and every single detail. So in construction at the moment, let's first and foremost see what armies we have. We have the Mundaram, a Sabai spy. Yusuf Namran spy. We have a Timna, the rebel town of that is the is the faction. Timna is the name of the town. Chance of success 62%. This is not a bad thing if we want to immediately engage with them, but after all, we are at war with them. We have Tanbal, Sabai's our diplomat, Zari Shamzasri. I don't think we have anyone here. As far as I know, they're enemy units here, that is the rebels here and here. So basically I really have no choice in terms of allies of any sort. Would like, again, these are all, I think, rebel lands. Then some of it is above. I can't really see the exact line through the fog of war, how much it takes, but we can actually zoom in and we can see here. So that is the entirety. Okay, so beneath us is probably just rebels, beyond us rebels, so everybody is a rebel and we will be taking them out slowly but surely. Also we have nobles. We have our heir, that is the brother bin Malik Yitramar, and we have Faram il-Watar, family member, with our king himself, Malkun, inside Mariab. Not a huge chunk of units at the moment, but the first thing I will be doing is getting to this point here with one of my nobles and seeing what we can do here. Well, we're going a little bit beyond the Call of Duty. We need to build a watchtower specifically. Let's see if we can build a watchtower right here. No, we can't, because this is not in our territory. Let's fall back a little bit. We see the enemy units. Build a watchtower. We only have 8,000 buckaroos, so those buckaroos shall be utilized wisely. We have also many little things on the map. The little thing that tells you exactly what we have. We have the grain, we have some gold, we have some little minor settlements. They're just minor settlements across. It's not just now only a city and that's it. There are no settlements whatsoever beyond that. Like in basically the vanilla Total War. And we have a lot of things from which we would gain beautiful commodities. We have the incense, the pitch, again the gold. And now, I'm not sure if this actually has, like in the olden times, we have a spy and a diplomat, and we have no merchants of any side. Nope, no merchants from what I can see. Do we get any type of a merchant if we build a marketplace or whatever? Field of game, diplomat? No, I have no idea, to be honest. Trade goods? Port? Nope. Fluke, max of 1. Who the fuck is Fluku? But it's fine. It doesn't really matter. The point is, at the moment, I'm not seeing any merchants that can be positioned over these specific areas, these specific fields from which we gain beautiful things. Maybe the game just, if you hold a territory, you actually already have all this. So there is that. The talents. Okay, the next thing is family member. To be honest, I would go for Timna. Timna has walls, but we have the enemy coming from the side and we have Nairan. These are Amurs. They have 2 armies. We could, I think, defeat them easily, to be honest. But I would like to get rid of the immediate city of Timna. And what I'm gonna do here is get everybody capable of such a feat towards Timna. Can you join up? Yes, you can. Let's get over here first with our heir, and if he dies in battle, that would not be a good thing. That would actually not be a good thing at all. But at the moment, I'm gonna join him up with everything, and that all the units I have in Mariab will be joined up with him. We'll spread across the battlefield and see how that's gonna go. Now again, I'm gonna try and defeat the enemy. When I played it myself, I didn't really went tactical. I just shot and see how this is gonna go. And the battle is long. The morale of all the units is hefty thing. A hefty thing indeed. So you will be joining him. So Faram to Il-Watar. I'm gonna say Il. I think that's the L. I and L. Fuck it. So they're gonna be joining up there. More armies, more soldiers will be going for Mariab. Can you not join? Come on, thank you very much. And as you can see, I'm not speeding up the animations for now, just like enjoying it slowly but surely to see all the beautiful things, enjoy the beautiful music of this mod, which honestly just, yeah, if there is a download for it, it's gonna be it. So let's see, we have some beautiful units, we have OSPs, and mostly like spearmen and archer units. We have the Hagaarans, which I really like, you know, when you say Hagaaran. That kind of reminds me of the goddamn homeworld. You know, the Hagaarans, which is so cool. So anywho, all these beautiful men will be joining. We'll leave these quadrupes inside just to quell any possible insults from the citizens. Though again, I have no idea how this dwells upon it, to be honest, considering, I mean, this is not a new Total War title where playing on the hardest difficulty fucks you in the ass due to the morale immediately, not the morale, the public order. So there is that. We have the culture. Eastern tribal states is 55%, 20 Arid nomadism, Eastern imperial, Hellenistic, and all these are pretty much nope. But the plus is the Eastern tribal states. That's the one. The income, taxes, local production and farming, average harvest. Public order is plus 130%, garrison, law, and buildings of entertainment, fun, culture, and maintenance of good order. 20%, civil unrest, and famine. Famine is always a bad thing, but we are after all in deserts, but that does not mean we should die. And population growth, improvement, plus 1%, and famine again still kinda kicking our ass. But extensive irrigation, population growth bonus, 1.5%, local production farming income plus 3, local production farming income plus 1, public order bonus due to happiness, minus 5%. So again, I will be going for this specifically. The strategy is, I mean, I love again the descriptions. Like, you have to understand this. The people put a lot of freaking effort in every single thing. While you shouldn't really read everything, especially when doing videos, beautiful thing about all this, I will. Not everything. But the strategy is the important thing. This billing represents the production and trade of common essential goods such as crops, common textiles, and locally sourced building materials that are taxable by your faction. This level represents initial extension of central authority beyond the immediate hinterland of urban areas. For this reason, it requires a higher level of political stability than earlier levels. This is extensive irrigation. This level provides a larger income, as the province become more economically efficient, resulting in comparatively greater agricultural production, which is sold in markets under the aegis of tax collectors. Population growth will also become more stable in provinces with a large urban population. Development of this billing chain represents the management of these common goods through taxation and trade tariffs as a method of controlling the means of production, the land itself. The more land a faction control in a given province, the greater tax revenue available to it, and the further this billing chain is developed, and the greater the income from agricultural production for the factional treasury. So basically, we are going for the extensive irrigation. 6 seasons needs to be for us to be built, but we have also the ability for the port town. But what's the point? Because there is nobody I can really at the moment trade whatsoever. So for one, I'm gonna go for the extensive irrigations. Thank you very much. Public order, is that like an increase or decrease? No. Increase in local production and population growth. That's always a good thing, baby. That's always a good thing. Let's go with that. Normal taxes at this very moment. So our next is going to be Battle for Timna. In the next, specifically, we have to first and foremost attack it. I might send a spy. He will be able to open the gates without us actually attacking. But I'm thinking of, because at the moment, as long as these bastards do not join the fray and attack Mariab, because basically that's the only thing really they can do is attack Mariab. I'm okay with sieging it for few seasons. That would be a good thing. Attacking and holding, like just attacking for a few seasons. I do not mind that. Let's see again, can we get some more units? Fayahalatins, 850. But I love Kamis. Kamis are actually quite an amazing unit. They are archers, long range missile and good stamina. Sabaean Royal Infantry. 5-5, charge bonus of 6, missile total defense 18, armor 5, defense skill 11, 2 for shield. It costs quite a bit, but the upgrade is 292. And again, beautiful stuff. Description, history, beautiful stuff. So let's go with Kamis and Haggadans. Why the hell not? Haggadans 5 melee attack compared. It's not like a huge chunk of a difference like at all. In terms of defense, they are the same. In terms of fighting ability, melee attack is 4 and 5 and 6. Okay, so basically I'm gonna get both of these. We have the money to build, so we will be building them. It's like one more unit that we can go for some Toxotai, Ethiopian archers. We can go for them, maybe. But again, all archers, I need more of things that will be bashing heads in. Getting some basic Fayah South Arabian tribal Highlanders. Effective against armor and good stamina. Not a bad thing though. I mean, they have the weapon that is a crude weapon. But about Fayah Safialatin here. So these are just Fayah Halatin and Fayah Safialatin. Southern Arabian tribal lowlanders. Weapon missile 6. Okay, melee attack of 6. That's not a bad thing. Armor of 3, defense shield gives you +2. I'm gonna get one of them. We have money again for that, at least for the next turn. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. It's gonna be a very beautiful thing. Okay, thankfully this thing opens because of the allowed settlement details. A very a good thing to have. It really shows up exactly what we have. Much we should be worried about, but at the moment the only thing we should be worrying about what to do with this spy. I could get in, I'm afraid that 62% might kill him immediately. So let's utilize him for now for the exploration. I want to know where is what at the moment. I mean, hell's mother humping bells. The only thing I would really have is like a speed up animation, not like a fast move. You press space like this. I don't like it. Like, I don't like that at all. You see, if your space is constantly like in a movement position like that. But if you press like a right click, it's actually kind of the same. So that's all I have to really worry. Nope, there is a rebel village over here of Amurs. I'm actually quite surrounded by the rebels. It does not have walls, it would seem, but doesn't really matter because I want to take the one with the walls first. Take them down, everything else is gonna be a piece of cake, I would say. So let's end the turn and see how that's gonna go for us. Again, a lot of factions. I like that. A massive map. I love that. The music is perfect. I adore that. Beautiful models, infantry models. Just mind-blowingly cool. Especially when we do get into the battle. That's gonna be the next video. For this video, I'm just gonna like look through the beauty that this game actually, this mod actually is, and show it off as it is. I really love these modders that really try to put as much work as possible in the older Total War titles, considering the new Total War titles are impossible almost to mod and to change the land, to give more territory. I mean, just change the land mass first and foremost, then add new factions that are actually, well, they look new mostly, or complete conversions are impossible for the newer Total War titles, sadly. While, to be honest, I do adore that new Total War games have more leaders for the certain faction or more factions for the certain regions, provinces and all that. Because now, you know, like for in Rome 2 you have more factions than just Sparta and Athens, for instance, right? Like here, for instance, you have different types. You have the Pyrrhus of Epirus and all that bullshit. The Epirus themselves, that is specifically. You have the Macedon. You have the Spartans. For Rome, you have the Rome, that is the Julii and all the other bastards. But these guys are converging, and this is a bad mojo. We shall see what they're gonna do there. They're combining their armies. Do you want to talk with my beautiful, not merchant, not a trader, but my diplomat? No, you don't want to talk with my diplomat, but you're preparing for war. Please note that this information is very important, and during every update, you should be sure to check that it has not changed. The game may hang for a minute or even several minutes while a faction hordes. A treat for those who want to make screenshot, whether for pleasure or for their after action report. By pressing a scroll lock, the interface disappears. Oh, really? Oh, cool! Really? That, woo! Scroll lock. Where the fuck is a scroll lock? Oh, there it is. After screenshot has been taken, just press scrolling. Wow, that's cool! We can actually have the new World War title where you just remove during the battles, and you can just, oh, that's cool. And now the year in history. This is not one thing I'm gonna really read, but this is the Europa Barbarorum year in history announcements. The topic of ancient calendars and dating is an incredibly complex matter, as EB's year in history announcements function for all cultures and factors. At the beginning of each one of you will find a common dating system that we have for each of the factions, though we do not have information on many of them. Sometimes a single faction might have multiple dating systems, but we are using the most common ones. So basically, these are just things that happened in a specific year and some interesting things. So if you're interested in this, read them yourself. This is because I tried reading this back in EB1. I mean, there's so much information, nobody's really... This is like really massive. It really... not that it's not important, it is very important. Because for specific, it will take... Like, if we find information about us, maybe, that is here in history, or like a specific thing happened that is interesting for our faction, we will read it. If not, at the moment, it has no, just basic what the year in history really is. Hostilities ceased. Recruitment report, excellent. Family tragedy. Magadalak. Sally, this lady has passed on. She will be missed by her family, although her memory shall live in all those who knew you. Oh boy. End of turn. Prophet stole 900. Really? 360 minus? Bad demon. Bad. Wow, expenditure is 10,122. Income, really? I think this is specifically at the moment, like this is... really? Like, oh, that's a bad mojo. What am I gonna do without money? I guess I have to conquer stuff, so the game is telling me, like, conquer stuff. Okay, I will conquer stuff, but first, we're gonna drop more... How many more... Exactly 3 units. Man, I'm amazing. I didn't even look through this, and I have 3 units that can actually help us out here. The amount I bought. Oh, I recruited. So we're gonna go for Timna. The enemy might go for Mariab, but if they do, they will be attacked in Mariab if they dare attack or siege it. We shall see how that's gonna go for them. So the next thing is, we're gonna be going for the beautiful Timna. Siege it. The important thing is we have 2 general units. An heir and another family member. We will siege. They have wooden walls. Enough food for us for 4 seasons. That's a beautiful thing. We're gonna make 3 breaches. Let's go for 4 breaches. 4 breaches, why the hell not? We have enough army to split in 4 groups and maintain that siege. We have 1 season to do that, so it's okay, it's fine. As far as I remember the layout of the city, there are actually 3 positions from which you can actually... Yes, 3? I think 3 to 4, maybe... No, 3 position direct routes towards the enemy center. So there is that. So yeah, I'm gonna go for 3 of those battering rams. Anyhow, my friends, I wish you the very best. Next time, more love, more drugs, and we shall see how the progression on the attack of Timna goes. The enemy might retaliate and just charge fort. We have no clue. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little bit. I'm sorry again if this might be very boring to you, but I'm taking it slow, and we'll see how that's gonna go. All best to you.